Dreaming of a high-paying career as a pilot or flight attendant, meet Royal Concord Aviation experts on 8 June at M Crown Hotel Shillong from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Book your slot now and call 720-479-8777.
Haba kanto Halor Kistin Jam Kasorgar Jila, Hakabayade Bag Jingjai, Ginowan Chukai Pertai, Kibray Shukurem na Indore. Kibla jarngai na duk arfly trek uchemang arja opsan, balap patangi ke media bushenrang, menak artrek ujelia arja opsan. Dr. Mukul sangma nongilam gilang persya yang derbato an gejala luang baki bria badan nakabor kim ban syukran Pynkut Khlem dala ban Pynshisha habakran sikilat pathai kubor janmit santri ujelia arja opsan Dr. Mukul long buk sarkar kadai ban Kyndit no Shwa ban Dier kapor namar ban kenteu kam chungo kai perthai Khlem dabu akhmat ikilat chingeda lagalong ikibon chungo kai ni nongsung snong kadai ka kam kabos ngokhia Ulabo jingkeliru Halor ke jingbomla sarkar ban bu CCTV kamera wadla la debbo renti haki kendon a Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act.
I would like to definitely share the concern of every citizen about this loss of life of these our dear tourists who have chosen Meghalaya as probably the safest destination. I condole the unfortunate loss of life of this family, but at the same time there is no time to play politics. Whatever I have said, government must take cognizance of this. It may not be an act which is perpetrated by members belonging to any banned organization. It may not be an act of a member belonging to any militant outfit, but it can be because of what is already prevailing in the state of Meghalaya. So wake up. The citizens must wake up. All of us must wake up. I don't see that much of aggressive, focus. Priority is missing in this regard. You see what has happened. What is happening elsewhere in the Western world? All because of forgetting the importance of going by the spirit of stitch in time. Stitch in time saves life. So let us do things right in time. We can still arrest this unfortunate momentum of surge of youth becoming victims of the substance abuse. See, one part is to know what exactly has happened, and there is no reason to cover up any failure if there was. You understand why? If we try to cover up any failure of any agency or any particular whoever he may be, then we will be depriving ourselves of the crucial and important information which is necessary for us for course correction, to put measures to see that these things don't happen again. So therefore, it is only necessary for all of us, because when you are trying to position the state as one of the most favored destinations, what we were doing, then you understand very well that the involvement of the community, the overall resolve to aggregate our strength to achieve that goal has to come from all of us, not only the people in the government, people who are integral part of this whole system. That means, in other words, all the stakeholders. Now everybody in the state are stakeholders, because tourism is one sector which is the most inclusive. I am saying most and the most inclusive, because there is no other sector which is more inclusive than tourism sector, in as far as enabling everybody to have the share of benefit of the surge in tourism activities concerned. Any state which have been able to position and sustain this whole branding and generating that overall enthusiasm to visit their state as destination have done so because people have come together and they have contributed collectively. You have to look at one thing. As I have said, I'm repeating, if the state has jumped to a conclusion, that is what I saw from the overall statements of various people in authority that it is not because of this, it is not because of that. Having generated that kind of perception without even trying to really understand, by utilizing all the necessary inputs which can be made available to the government, because the government is equipped with all these necessary feeders in as far as input collection is concerned. They have jumped into a conclusion. Therefore, I will say that any inquiry which people see to unearth the truth which has led to this unfortunate incident must be done by any team which is considered efficient, compatible, and trusted. Now, if you have failed and I ask you to find out the truth, if you are the reason for the failure, then you will hide your failure. So where is the truth? So the government will be deprived of these precious inputs to ensure course correction in future. See that, okay, now you will put CCTV. Why didn't you put it in the first instance? We have started. We have shown the way. You had to only leverage upon it and extend it as per the law. Law is to guide you. It is not a personal whims and fancies, but it is a mandate of the law which has been an offshoot of a collective and comprehensive and exhaustive engagement. Any law that has been passed in the assembly. It is not for anything which is considered as not important. Every provision that is in the law is conceptualized based on importance of those provisions which are factored in the law. Now, in addition to that, do you have the manpower? Do you have the manpower? You have reckless driving. You have so many accidents on the road. Even the response time for the medical team to reach from the place of occurrence to the nearest hospital. Do you see any sign, any signboard indicating where the trauma center is? Do you see on the road? These are requirements. These are requirements. Therefore, you have aggregation of this whole infrastructure and manpower who are deployed. How we aggregate our strength and aggregate our own whatever wherewithal is put in place to deal with this kind of situation. How can you rule out in the instant case also that this unfortunate incident has happened? Maybe because of whoever. It need not be a terrorist. No. Friends, now please take this particular point with utmost sense of seriousness and the gravity with which this particular issue is attached with. Without ensuring safety and security of the citizens, and also which includes automatically the people who enter the state, and with all the drug peddlers entering the state. See, if the drug peddlers are not entering the state, where is the drug coming from? Therefore, this CCTV will help the authorities to know abnormal movement of people, abnormal movement of vehicles. There are so many advantages the government can have when you understand the importance of those small but very crucial interventions. They may look okay, something which is done usually, okay, you have, but then you will have to have a dedicated team to also monitor. You cannot just put CCTV and not monitor at all. You have to have preemptive measures, and you have to have immediate response team, and you have to have, any time when we are confronted by this kind of unfortunate incident, then we are able to immediately understand what exactly has led to this unfortunate incident, and then reassure and reinstill confidence, because you are talking about reinstilling confidence amongst the people outside the state. You are trying to paint the image of the state that notwithstanding what has happened, look, we have been aware of the actual ground reality, and the resultant findings indicate this. So have confidence and faith in the overall capability of the law enforcing agencies of the state. And then people will automatically look at Meghalaya as, yes, it is safe and secure. But today, with this whole narrative, you are seeing how it is circulating across the nation. And this is not confining within India. It goes beyond. Because you are integral part of the overall hospitality sector in the whole Northeast. So people who are coming, looking at Northeast as a destination, definitely put Meghalaya as one of the part of their whole package, of their whole Northeast package, in as far as their travel plans are concerned. So therefore, this perception which is being generated, how you ensure that any kind of negative perception can be dealt with effectively on time, and do not allow this whole narrative to go to that extent, whereby restoring the overall image, name and fame and reputation of the state as a safe destination. It cannot be just favored destination, it also has to be safe. Therefore, how we can really reinstill that sense of confidence, that is what is important.
Habatin, pej bahagi kishap plus F.
Ka plus F?
Hakabam bangibam dunaki eki bataye kamet. Namar kata habathiru atau khau kamlu ka umpnyang kadut pej ya kashap plus F hakajingsom. Yaki nutrient kumki vitamin bat ka ayan la ai khandiat bat ka bathau bha kam khta ai ka dur jingki marbam ka jingma lani ka rukom shed yaki. Balehi banai kita. Kadon ka we ka jing mentoy ba kongsan. Ka kot ka khia. Ka nutrition ba khambha ka jing im ba khambha pendon kam daki marba modon ka sharp plus F menta kasni.
Lawan Ra Shafi Lingba ko office jong Commissionerate of Food Safety Meghalaya.